Excuse me, sir. Can I bother you for a moment?
Sure. How can I help you?
I'm trying to find the Bogor Cemetery, but I'm not familiar with this area. Could you tell me how to get there?
Oh, the Bogor Library? It's not too far from here. Just go straight ahead for about 300 meters and you'll see the library on the left.
Strike ahead for 300 meters, then it's on the left. Got it? Thank you so much.
No problem. Actually, I'm heading here too. Do you mind if we walk together?
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
So, are you new here?
I've just came from a friend's house nearby. I am to get visit library before heading home.
I see. Your friend couldn't join you?
No, I had some errands to run, but I don't mean exploring on my own.
That's a good spirit, by the way. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I am Netar. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Netar. I'm Zahra.
Thanks for walking with me, Jahran. Wow, this library is amazing. It's so modern and spacious.
It really is. The second floor has an incredible collection of books. Want to check it out?
Sure, let's go. Jahran, do you know any good places to eat nearby? I am starving.
Definitely. There's a great Nyayam vendor near the alun-alun. So, you can walk back toward the alun-alun. When you see the police post, take a right, walk a few meters, and you'll find the vendor on the left.
So, back to the alun-alun to right at the police post. And then you see it on the left. Got it. Thanks again, Jahran.
You're welcome. Enjoy the mie ayam. I'll head off now. Tolong.
Alright, take care.
"75 years later."
Yes, me, or you help me. I am trying to get to shelter bus.
Sure. It's not too far. From here, cross the street towards this alun-alun, then turn right a bit, and you'll see a shelter for object. Online, from there, you can go straight, and you'll find the side leading of the bus shelter.
Cross the street to the alun-alun, turn right, find the object shelter, then go ahead to see the site. Did I get the right?
Perfect. You've got it.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Safe travel. In the part 2, I'll show you how to form the present perfect tense and conjugate it. We'll also discuss when to use it, We'll also look at how to form the negative and of course how to form question. So, let's start by talking about what is perfect present tense. The present perfect tense is a verb tense that is used to describe an action or situation that started in the past and continues to the present. It is formed by combining the present tense of verb have or has with the past participle of a verb. Next, how to conjugate the present perfect tense. You do this by checking your subject like I, you, we, they, she, he, it, and you conjugate the verb to have as your helper verb. So, I have, you have, we have, they have, she has, he has, and it has. Then you take your verb and you put it into the past participle. I'm going to use verb call because it's regular. But before we move, have or has is included in the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary have is used for the subject I, you, and other plural subject, such as plural pronouns like we, they, plural nouns, boys, men, and compound subjects with the conjunction and, you and I, Masya and David. On the other hand, the auxiliary has applies to singular subject, namely third-person singular pronouns like she, he, it, and singular nouns such as mentioning people's name like Grace, Saksi, and the other. So, for example, I have called, you have called, we have called, they have called, she has called, he has called, and it has called. That's how you conjugate the present perfect tense. Next, how to form a negative using the present perfect tense. In order to do this, you simply add the word not between the conjugation of have and the past participle. So, I could say like this. I have not, you have not, we have not, they have not, she has not, he has not, and it has not. For another example, I have not studied for my test. I have not visited my sister. You can simply add the word not between the verb have and the past participle. Now, we have a sentence in the negative. To say things as quickly as possible, we usually use construction. So, we don't say I have called. Instead, we would say things like I've called, you've called, we've called, they've called, she's called, he's called, and it's called. And when you use construction in the negative as well, we say things like I haven't called, you haven't called, we haven't called, she hasn't called, he hasn't called, and it hasn't called. Next, how to form a question. We do this by inverting the sentence. We flip the subject and the verb to have. So, you would say things like this. Have you cleaned your room? And you would respond by saying, yes, I have cleaned my room. So, you can simply answer with yes if I, you, we, they use have, or yes, he, she, it use has for the answer yes. Meanwhile, if the answer is no, then you can add not such as no for I, you, we, they use haven't, or no, he, she, it use hasn't. So, to form a question using the present perfect, you simply flip the subject of the sentence with the verb to have and put a question mark at the end. Just like other tense in general, there are time expressions that you can use in the present perfect tense as a complement like already, just, recently, lately, ever, yet, for, and since. Okay, we have verbal and nominal sentence in perfect present tense, but for the first, we're gonna talk about verbal sentence. In verbal sentence, after the subject will be followed by a verb. Well, this tense use the verb tree. See the formula? In affirmative, the formula is subject plus have or has plus verb tree plus object. For example, she has worked here since 2015. They have studied English for 2 years. Since point to the starting time, which is 2015, while for show the duration, which is 2 years. These actions began in the past and are still ongoing. Okay, in the negative, the formula is subject plus have or has plus not plus verb 3. For example, I have not finished my project yet. He has not traveled abroad for 5 years. Yet show the action is expected but hasn't happened. And 4 highlights the duration, which is 5 years. And last, in interrogative, the pattern is have or has plus subject plus verb 3 and the last question mark. For example, have you already eaten breakfast? Has she ever visited Japan? Already, as if something is completed earlier than expected. And ever, as about life experience. Okay, now we have a nominal sentence. The nominal sentence are sentences that do not contain verb used as adjective, nouns, and adverbs. Let's see the formula below. In affirmative, the formula is subject plus have or has plus been and plus complement. For example, he has been very tired lately. We have been close friends since high school. Lately describe a recent period, and since indicate when the state of friendship began. In negative, the formula is subject plus have or has plus not plus been plus complement. For example, she has not been happy recently. They have not been active in the club for months. Recently focus on the recent past and for month show the duration of inactivity. Okay, and last, in interrogative, the formula is have or has plus subject plus been plus complement and question mark. For example, have you been busy lately? Has it been sunny since last week? Lately asks about the recent period, while since last week inquires about the ongoing state from a specific time. Okay, let's talk about when you should use the present perfect tense. There are about 5 situations when you should use this verb tense. The first situation, when the time of the action is not over. So, if I say something like this, I have studied hard today. I'm still studying hard now, I was studying hard, and I will most likely keep studying hard. So, the time of action is not over. I have studied hard today. I think I've studied hard today. Yeah, I very hard today. The second situation where you would use the present perfect tense is when you're using the word for and since. To talk about something that started in the past, I could say something like this. I have lived here for 2 years. I have been friends with him since I was 5 years old. So, when the words for and since, they kind of indicate to you that you should be using the present perfect tense. The third situation where you would use the present perfect tense is to talk about an action that has been repeated between the past and now. If I said I have prayed 5 times a day, it's an action that started in the past and it's happened 4 more times since the very first time I did it. I have prayed 5 times a day, an action that started in the past and was repeated many times. The fourth situation where you will use the present perfect tense is when the time of action is not important. I could ask a question like this: have you studied ancient history? And you could respond by saying, yes, I've studied ancient history. So, the time at which you study ancient history is not important here. All that's important is what I want to know if you have studied ancient history. It's a little bit of a tricky one to learn as English learner, but it's definitely a very common usage of the present perfect to talk about something where the time that thing happened is not important in the conversation. The fifth situation where you would use the present perfect tense is to talk about an action that was recently completed, and you would use the word just in the sentence. You can say this: I have just finished the book. That means that you're reading the book a few moments ago and you read the last page just in the last hour or in the last few minutes. So, you do need the word just and you would use sentence like I have just finished the book.